Okay, so now we're going to hook up the SensX Extreme, and I'm going to start with actually just hooking up the antenna. So we're always advised to go through, set up all of the antenna and ports before you start connecting anything to power, particularly important with the GPS. So here's our antenna. Here is my cable. So I have the SMA cable on connected on one end and the reverse TNC on the other for the reader. So I'm just going to go up and go ahead and connect the SMA side of the cable. Just hand tight. Put that just slightly out of picture, but it's up there. And take the other end, and we're going to put it into first of our antenna ports. One point, because this is an IP67 reader, you should be using IP67 cables if you want to use this outside, and make sure everything is fairly well tightened, hand tightened. Also, if you're going to use this outside, just make sure all of these other caps are also very well screwed on, because if you want to maintain the IP67 and you're not using these ports, make sure they're nice and tight. Okay, now, as we said before, I'm going to actually hook up a GPS antenna. So we've got no power going into the device right now. So I'm able to hook up the GPS antenna. So that's connected to the topmost port of the two there. The bottom one, of course, is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay. Now, we're going to hook up the power, and this is through the PoE port, through the PoE injector. And again, metal surround on the ports there, and metal surrounds on the Cat6 cable. So this is marked as in and out. And so what this means is the output is going to combine the input data, and it's going to combine it with the power coming in from the PoE. So we've got power coming in, data coming in, and the output is going to our reader, which combines both the power and the data. So with that in mind, I'm not going to connect the power yet. So I'm going to connect the output, which will have power and data, and I'm going to connect that to our reader. So make sure that sits well in there. Sometimes you have to push that, put it in quite well to get a nice click, and then you know that's seated well. In this case, I'm not connecting directly to a network. I'm actually going to connect to my directly to my laptop. So I have the input port here, which is going to go to my laptop, which is kind of hiding over here, but it's directly connected. So I'll put that over here, and we should be ready to go. So we have antenna connected, we have a GPS antenna connected, and we have power and data connected going to our output port, and then the input going to our laptop. So with that, we're hooked up. What I'm now going to do is power up. So we'll connect power. Because this is an IP67 reader, there's actually no lights on it. That's one of the downsides, I guess you could argue, of having such a robust reader. You can't get away with lights on. But you can see power is now going to the reader. And it takes about 20 seconds or so, maybe 30 seconds or so for it to fully boot up. And you can and I have running on my laptop, I have the RFID console, so I can see when the reader is up and running.